So, hey friends and family and whoever else is watching, you can become friends. Today we're going to be making some 4th of July or Independence Day berries. And this is kind of a nice little way to liven up a spring or summer picnic and make it to where somebody can just self-serve but not have to do it with necessarily a bunch of different items. So the first thing we're going to do is take these berries and we're going to wash them. And berries, of all berries, you need to make sure that your strawberries are washed very well because pesticides and stuff like that roam on them. We generally go organic, but sometimes that's a hard thing to find. Alright, depending on your party, I'll be honest, when I first made these was actually for my daughter's basketball team's dinner, and the kids really scarfed them down, ate them really fast. Came over and said they wanted more and how could they get them. So it just became one of those easy things to make. And it hasn't been a party fail yet. Alright, I'm going to take a second here. We're going to talk about this little dish. It's actually Temptations ware, and my mother-in-law actually started buying this for me, and now I just love it because it goes from the refrigerator, it goes into the microwave, it can go into the oven, it can go into my air fryer. So the patterns come out really nice. They've got blues, they've got greens, they've got all different colors, all different designs, but it is so nice just to be able to use it from place to place to place. And it looks good when you serve too, so we're going to put this over here right now, and I'm going to put my berries in that. But what we need to do is we need to take the bottoms and the tops off of them. And some people are saying, why do you need to take both ends? And that's mainly because when these sit, this is too pointy. So we've got to take the bottom off just so it can sit in the dish a little bit better. And honestly, you guys, I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to take this one out and I'm going to put a different one in. Another one of the Temptations ones. And again, all the things that you can put it in: refrigerator, oven, microwave, air fryer now, if you've got an air fryer big enough, which they do make those. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the tops and bottoms. And honestly, you guys, I hate throwing away this part, and so what I do is I take a dish and I put these in there because you can use those later, not necessarily in your cream cheese that you're gonna mixture that you're gonna use on the inside of these, but you could put those in there, or you can actually just get a spoon, eat it, which that's actually what I end up doing. Alright, so once you get your berries like this, you do need to hollow them out. And this is that other part. I use a knife, but there's little scoopers. And honestly, another thing that works really well is a baby spoon. Baby spoons come in a lot more handy than you think. So when those babies don't use them anymore, keep them in your drawer. Good for stirring tea. Alright, so we're going to go through this and we're going to finish up the rest of these. We're just going to set them in there. See how that sits up there so nice. And honestly, you know what I'm going to do with these? Because I hate to waste, they're going to go to my chickens. The chickens love strawberries. I'll show you my chickens. you should be doing right now is you should have your cream cheese sitting either on the counter or in a bowl so that it can soften up for the next part. If you end up with a serving dish too big and you run out of strawberries, in the very center, just use the remaining of your blueberries that you're going to use on top. Finishing up these strawberries, just know that this is one container of strawberries, those kind of rectangular ones. And what I like about this is because we're using fruit and we're using the cream cheese, and we've got our red, we've got our white, and we've got our blue. And wait till you see this. This comes out so pretty. The hardest thing with these strawberries is I just want to pop them in my mouth. So this is kind of cool. This was one thing of berries, and look, I actually got 2 rings in there. That's just, I planned it. No, I didn't plan it. And honestly, I only used all of them. I didn't even save any. There weren't any bad ones. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the next thing here in a second. We're going to get out the cream cheese, the powdered sugar and stuff, and get that ready. This can sit right here. You can put it in the refrigerator. Better yet, we're going to put it in the refrigerator because the colder it is, the better it stays. So give me a couple seconds and let me get that stuff started. So we're moving on to the filling part of the Independence Day strawberries, made for you for 4th of July or any other summer gathering. Anyway, we're going to use our cream cheese, which I have had out softening, so we're going to take that out. I'm actually using the whole thing. Do I think I really need the whole thing? No, but I do have children and a husband who tends to get into the stuff, and so the way to keep them out of your strawberries is to make a little extra, and then they come and they steal this instead of your strawberries before your actual event. So, just a tip. Alright, so we're going to put this in here. Alright, now we're going to take our powdered sugar. Don't know why that wouldn't come to me here a little while ago, but we're going to take it, we're not going to pour it all in there because honestly, as soon as this thing goes on, it all goes poof and goes up in the air. So we're going to take a little bit of it and shake it in there. And then using the mixer, just start mixing it on low speed. Here's a funny story. So I had a mixer, had it for like 20 years, it broke. And in my head I was like, I don't need that anymore. I have all these other kitchen things that I use. No, I needed this hand blender. So I'm going to take that off just for a few minutes, but if you look in here, it looks pretty stiff. And so we're gonna have to get that down a little bit more. We are gonna add some more powdered sugar, but we're also gonna add some vanilla in there, and that vanilla is gonna loosen it up a little bit. I will tell you though, one of the places that I love, and I honestly, when I tried them out, I was like, I'm not gonna stick to this, but I have, and I've been using them for the last couple of years, is Thrive Market. And a lot of my stuff I do get from Thrive Market. What I love is it comes to my door, but it also gives me the convenience of just going through and ordering things. So let's put a little bit more powdered sugar in there. And then, I'm not a big measurer, folks, but if anything, I would say probably a teaspoon. I just put a little in there, and if I need a little bit more, of course, I add a little bit more. That's what I count a little, probably more than a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon. All right, so we're so here's the deal on this cream cheese mixture. Some people like the taste of cream cheese more without so much sugar. Some people like it a little bit more sweet. Basically, you're gonna add enough of that powdered sugar to the desire of what you feel your crowd likes. I mean, honestly, when I did the basketball team, they like sweet. So yes, I did put that in there, a little bit more than what I have in here right now. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more, probably about a cup is what I do. There was 2 cups that were in here, so I'd say, yeah, probably about a cup. And like I said, if you want a little more sweet, by all means, add a little bit more. Now you know, of course, where these go. The kids. But we're not going to give it to them right now. We're going to put this over here. And we are going to get out a small spatula. Now, this is where people think they need special stuff, and you can improvise probably with something that's in your house. I want this in a piping bag. I do have a piping bag, which is where you put the cream cheese mixture in there, or frosting or whatever, and you can move it around. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to use a sandwich bag. Alright, we're back. So like I said, a sandwich bag. Perfect for piping in the filling for these strawberries. So what we're going to do is, before we put the hole in, it's funny that you have to say that, but you really do. We're going to take this, stick that in there. I will tell you, it sometimes gets a little messy, but that's okay. Alright, that looks like pretty good to start off with. We're going to slide that over. A little bit of air hole right there, but get all that stuff down to the bottom. I think I closed it off. Alright, now we'll close it. You know how many times you're paying attention to one end and the other stuff's coming out the other end? Okay, we'll take our scissors and we're going to cut off a little bit of that end. And we're going to start piping it in. See, and you guys thought you needed to go out and buy piping bags? Alright, so think about that. So honestly, You probably only need about 4 ounces of cream cheese for 1 container, but do you honestly think this is gonna get wasted? No, not at all. Alright, so I'm gonna take this and just lay it back in here. And over here we have our blueberries. They're all ready for us. We've washed them. I've taken off the little pieces of stem already. And then all we have to do is set them like little hats. So that we can top those Independence berries. Don't you just love it? And I'm telling you guys, the kids, the adults, they'll ask you for more. And if you have small children, actually putting the tops or the hats on them is a good little thing for your probably 5 to 8-year-old or older, trust me, just to help with their motor control. Missed a stem on that one. And like I said, that little spot in the middle, you should put the rest of your berries in there. And there we have it, friends. Look how pretty it is. Your Independence Day berries for the 4th of July, or, of course, any other summer picnic or plans. I don't know about you, but I'm not saving it for the rest of the family. See ya!